Here is the Geodome in stage formation. This is a video to show you how to do it. These are your main elements for the Geodome. We have the yellow pole, which is the long ones, the blue poles, which are 11% shorter, and then we have the joining sections. The 4-pointed one, 5-pointed star, 6-pointed star. Some very useful things for helping: a can of sprayable grease so the pole's going better, and a pokey stick to put the canvas on. So the next step is to create 5 blues in the 5-pointed star. Just to show you how they slot in, push the little clips in, slot it in like so, and then push it until it clips like that. There we go. You can stop there. Here you can see we've done the centre point with the 5 blues. The layout, step 2, you get the 6-pointed stars and yellows all the way around, like so. And then you will connect 1, 2, 3. It's also worth noting that there is a right and a wrong way to do it. If you see inside there, there is a bar. So that is a horizontal bar. Oh no, that one's a vertical bar. And on these, there's just these little indentations on the side. So if you can't get it in, then just try and flip it round the other way around. So on the blues, you want your bar to be horizontal. So I'm going to look for a horizontal one. That's a horizontal one. And then that goes on the blue. Step 3, you want to lay out the next sections. So you can see on the blue pole, you get another blue pole that mirrors it, and then a yellow, and you do that all the way around. And then we're going to fit those in. Another tip for you. So when you are, you can see here the clip has come out slightly. See the little thingy? So you just get a bolt, oops, and just push it down. There we go, and it just pops out. So this is our next pattern. Where there's a 6, this is a 6-pointed star. It goes at the bottom of the yellows. For your wide shot, there's the 2 yellows coming down. And then out of that 6 you get a blue going that way, a blue going that way, and then a yellow, 2 yellows going down, a mirror to the one above. And then next to that is a 5-pointed star. 5-pointed stars always have blues in them. All blues in the 5-pointed star, and then it just alternates, same pattern, 4 yellows, 2 blues, 5 blues, etc, etc, all the way around. So here we can see the front of the dome. We're actually putting it up as a stage, so we want the front of it to be open. So we're going to take the front 2 sections off. So what would be a blue star here and a blue star here is going to come off, along with these yellow ones here. So this pole will be the top of the open stage, and then these yellow ones at the side will be the side pieces. And then further down you'll see shortly we'll have another yellow one here and here. So we're going to take these out now. If you want it to be as a full dome, then you just carry on the pattern all the way around, as you'll see in the rest of the video. So as you can see, we've gone along and started doing the sides. When you get to the triangle bits, they can be quite difficult to do. So a good trick is to take it out of the top and then fit it there and then refit it here. When you're doing this junction here with the 6-pointed star, for the 2 yellows you want the 2 sections with the vertical bits inside. Let's see if you can we see that? I need some light. There we go, you can just see the bottom of one there. Basically inside these 2 poles there's either a horizontal spigot or a vertical one. For the 2 yellows you want 2 verticals. As you can see here, we've started putting in these legs and it's just sort of held up on its legs. There's just 2 of us putting it up. It's actually easier with less people, but for this section we have had a little help just to lift it a little bit. and we're just working our way around now and using the legs as supports just to lift it as we go. So you see this side is still sat at the low level, and we're just putting legs in as we go round in order from that side, working round until it's all at the right level. Okay, so we've got it all up. It's at the right height. You can see the front of it is open, but it's a very weird shape. So what we need to do now is put the base in. So if you go around the base, there's yellows all the way around the base. Because we've not got the front in, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because we've taken 3 out of the front. And then these are the base joiners, the 4-piece ones. So all the way around, pretty obvious what goes in where. And then on the front 2 sections, we've got these little gizmos, which slot into the floor piece. And then we're going to put a ratchet strap across the front to hold it together. So there's one there on the front, and then there's one on this side at the front. So we'll put that all together. So as you can see, we've got all the bottom sections in now, and it really pulls it in so it's in the right shape. And that's the full dome, and then in a second we're going to put a ratchet strap in from this point to this point. So here's the ratchet strap gone across. Here is a funky bit we made for the side. So you'll notice there's some unpainted poles. There's one short section with a bendy bit, goes out of this one, and it joins into this T section here, like that. And then there's one that goes down, one that goes up, both the same size, and the angle bits go in the ends. And that gives you a bit more structural stability on the sides. Don't want to do it like that, mate. Don't want to do it like that. Don't listen to him. Happy days. Okay, so we're putting the cover on now. There's one big piece, which is the roof cover, and then there's several smaller pieces, which is the side covers. You can see here, this is the front. When you've got it into the stage setup, you can see this is called Dutch lacing. This is it done up all the way to the top, and then this is it undone. So the way that you do it is you put it through the hole, and then you get the next piece and you just lace it all the way down, and basically you unlace it when you put it up as the open fronted stage, so that it sort of comes back across here, but I'll show you that in a minute. So basically we're going to now concertina fold it so that it's running outside of it on the back edge, and then we attach a rope and we throw the rope over, and then we pull it up bit by bit. This one does take a few more people, and we get a pokey stick and we poke it. I might actually do a little video of that bit because it is a bit more complex. So you can see here we've got the canvas on the outside of the dome all ready to pull up, and we've just attached the rope here, which we've thrown right over the top, over to the other side, where someone is going to stand here but not pull it up, just sort of don't yank it too hard because it will snap it, but just keep the weight of it essentially, and then we're going to lift it all the way around the edge just to take the weight off it, and then slowly we go over.
Okay, yeah.
So as this rope here is being pulled, you just want to take the weight with the stick, and it slides it on. And just sort of look where it's getting caught, and just give it a little push. And it just should slide on slowly, and as it goes around, just sort of poke the corner over the top like so. That'll do. You can stop that. Okay, so you can see a little worn bit here. That bit is the centre of the canvas, and it sits on the blue bit, which is the highest point.
Right.
And then these 2 bits of Dutch lacing, 1, 2, go against the yellow poles. You can actually see on the canvas there's yellow markings, which will help you line them up to the right poles.
Yeah.
So that bit, that yellow marking there, I think goes against that yellow pole, or maybe that yellow pole actually. I think it's this one actually. But anyway, it becomes apparent as you start getting it closer to the middle. So you can see we've nearly got it lined up, and then there's these yellow lines go against that yellow pole. So you just get a few people around the edge, and then they twist it all together. So there we go. So here's the rope gone over the thing, and that's just held that out of the way basically. So this is the front. So it kind of looks a bit like that. So obviously the more you get that up out of the way, the better it looks, but it does the job.